Chilly here with Sirius Taurus, Moon, Jupiter, our soul day, Sun 17 degrees Pisces. We have Jupiter almost going direct in 15 degrees Cancer. Ascendant ruled by Mercury. Mercury retrograded 15 degrees Pisces. Midheaven with Rahu. So, I want to give us some good things to think about. So, according to, how should I say, the best of astrologers, not the fear-mongering astrologers. This is not only wartime, but it is the wartime. Now, it's not that I've been not saying this because I've been reluctant to tell the truth or not wanting to fear-monger. Is that we are genuinely and authentically at the crossroads of a couple of timelines. Whether it's the Saturn-Neptune, Saturn invisible with the solar eclipse in Aquarius, full lunar eclipse that we won't have until November 2028. That's just the eclipses, but Pluto in Aquarius, Uranus from Beta Persei moving towards Sedna in Gemini. Sedna in Gemini. 12 millennia, we did not have Sedna in Gemini. So, people talking about the Great War, and people are talking about the Pearl Harbor, and thanks to Chris Brennan, I did not even think about it that the three leaders, Chris Khamenei, that was assassinated, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Donald Trump, are all exact day eclipse children. And that's something that for me, as an astrologer, and as a person that knows a little about the behind the scenes of wars, then no, I'm not deep state or anything like that, and I'm not intelligence, but I was exposed to a lot of things, and I said no to a lot of things, and I'm going to also share with you the things that are relevant. And when I said no, it's not that other people said yes because they wanted to say yes. Yes, many other things, and I'm using that privilege to share good points to think about. Now, when I think about all three leaders being eclipse children, exactly eclipse children, eclipses are very fated. In fact, there are uses of the dark occult to attempt to venerate the eclipses, or to try to eclipse other people, to try to sacrifice other people, simply because of how helpless people feel around eclipses, needlessly, by the way. Eclipses are the sun and moon. No rape, no problems. No rape, no heart problems, sun. No fear for the leader. No rape, no fluid problem, moon. No fear for the endocrine system. No fear for the people. And try it. Try it. This is my eureka around eclipses. I guess it's the eureka after these two eclipses. And I'm a pre-eclipse child. I'm not on the day of the eclipse child. But yes, we did not have any astrology in environment moon of zero rape, zero slavery. Saturn, Neptune, Aries. Look at this Venus, Saturn in Aries. degree 2, Venus ruling Pluto. So, since even the astrologers that refrain from fear mongering say, okay, we're in wartime, we're expecting to be a big war. Then they refer to, you can watch Chris Brennan video, and another comment I saw referring to Uranus around Beta Persei, the same degree that Uranus was during Pearl Harbor. Now, this time it was, but not exactly Pearl Harbor. And this is exactly what I'm saying about various timelines coinciding, such as we really don't see a lot in history. It is what they say, interesting times. But since we are speaking wartime, then let's think about the point of interference, the things that we still have in our favor. And I want to tell you a story. Today we had missiles at Goedemorgen Lamiklat for the shelter. And it was really funny because my mom said, maybe we'll stay at the stairs of the building. I said, no, I have one mom. I scream and shout that she will go with me to the shelter. And of course, go slowly, we go to the shelter. At the shelter, there's a lady locked the shelter. Why? It's the lady that was trafficked, trying to escape rape. My mother comes to say something. I give such a scream at my mother that I probably saved my entire lineage with that shout. If somehow my lineage survives the war, it's because of that scream I scream at my mother to never, ever, ever, ever think of speaking against or raising voice against people escape from rape. Never, especially not in a war. And the people were very upset. What do we do? What do we do? And then eventually I said, okay, Volker, let's go to the stairs. And people like speaking and so on. I said, listen. I said, we're gonna call the police. What? The police gonna save you? What? They just save her? That's the security we have. That's the security we have. She was raped and trafficked for 30 years. Fell asleep at the shelter. She closed the door so that nobody will come to rape her. What does this story tell us about wartime? Now the people around, did they get the point? Did they not get the point? I don't know. But everybody were angry at the whore. This is Beta Persei. How do they think they prepare wars? Where's the money to go to all these oil hunts? Now, what's the positive thing about this? If we know that war was created by rape, and war also causes rape, and we go against rape, anything we can do will defend the people. And this is also one of the greatest remedies that people can have for their families, for the children during wartime. Because to say to you, what is best astrological location? Maybe for you one astrological location, but for your child might not be, and for your wife might not be. And maybe for the composite, but there's so many factors, and by the time you will pay the consulting astrologer, you're going to need that money for papers if you do choose to go. And the way you go You don't know, okay? Before 7th October war, I saw beautiful American couple. They came to Israel, escaped in Phoenix. Because of the situation in the United States got terrible. And I looked at them, and not only that, they moved to a city where they kidnapped once a police officer, police commander, 14 years old children, kidnapped him. I think the police paid ransom. And I was like, how am I going to break the news? I don't want to be, I don't want to, not about doom and gloom. So, one thing you can do, every area you add, is support the people that defend from rape. Nothing, not really at this time. And another thing, remember when it comes to abundance, when it comes to money, when it comes to resources, is root chakra. And root chakra also connects us to interconnectedness. If person rapes, they may have slight surge of power, but they're gonna get addicted and they're gonna get immediately caught, because this person is competing, is trying to be the villain, and is competing people that were held for decades under torture, until they became offenders. So if he wants to compete devil, yeah, it's a competition. But if he doesn't rape and protects from rape, then he gains power. And this power is not what looks like omnipotence. His power is sustaining the water. Because the man who rapes, he will not have fresh water. He will have water, but it'll be polluted. He'll have water, but it'll be poisoned. He'll have water, but it'll have radiation. It alters his DNA. Woman that is with man who rape, woman that is with man who rape, I mean a woman that is a handler or a madam, same as the man. A person that tries to make a somebody to rape somebody, or to make a somebody to be raped, same as the previous. And they can hide and cloak their consciousness all they want. I'm not there hunting them. With Saturn and Neptune, it can be something that grows into a bubble and then pops. It's like that person thinks that, oh, they got it, and then boom. And when I say devil, I don't mean Antichrist. Okay? I mean, colloquially, as we say, if a person wants to play the devil, whether under the guise of Christ or Antichrist, if people at the gate require things, to murder the people at the gate. Why? Because These people, if you murder them, you give them euthanasia. If they let you pass, and you are, yes, for people not rapists, they let them pass, fantastic, don't murder people who let you pass, but if they don't let you pass, murder them. You say, oh my God, I will throw troubles, I will throw this, I will throw that. If they know you are violent, you will have less troubles than if they think you are not violent. It's not because you scare them. It's because they think you like them. I say that person plays no games, he murders. Or she murders. If they have weapon, not have weapon, attack. The worst case, they can shoot you to death. Euthanasia. Best case, you save your family and you save the many other families. If somebody tries to promise you help for the things, murder them. No, don't accept that. Murder them. If you can. If you can't, don't accept the help. But they will try with different things, and then eventually they will assassinate themselves. Let them assassinate themselves. Don't interfere. Those who rape assassinate themselves. If God forbid something happened to you, don't take it on innocent people. Find the person, for they attack someone, violate someone, the rage on them, but concentrate it. Don't torture. Murder if you have to. Don't torture. This will clear the energy. Energy of doing the right thing is energy of Mars, is energy of life energy. This is energy that clears the water, and it makes place for the rain. People try to use ultimatums on you. No ultimatum. If they come with fear and intimidation, they have nothing to offer. They try to. If they come with you with intimidation, it means they try to siphon your energy. And then they have nothing to offer, because whatever they have to offer, they will siphon your energy. You won't be able to enjoy it, whether it's food or protection or whatnot. Or you will have to siphon energy of others, and then again you would be competing with people. And you need to know that people programmed to be handlers, the people programmed to murder the handlers. So if you try to traffic someone, first of all you're competing with other people. They try to do the same. Secondly, the people programmed to kill the handlers. If people rebel, only if they don't rape. If they don't rape, if they rebel and not rape, join them. If they rebel and do rape, don't join them. If they rebel, don't rape, but try to call for hard work, hard work, hard work. These are rapists. Don't join them. If they rebel and make of it, you know, funny and so on and so, have like a party and so on, but not rape, join them. If they make like a party, but rape, don't join them. Those who don't rape are winners. Those who rape are losers. But those who rape or thought that do not rape is a loser. And they get all kinds of problems. Especially for their down there. People can get problems for the down there if they were hurt, but or in weird environment, but for that case, children, better, and it's going to be very difficult, better to kill a child than to allow a child to go to hands you don't know. Now, prepping and so on and so forth is okay, but if in the area is rape, then houses are not safe for prepping. Why do I always talk about this? Like, what is all sounds to this or this and no other problem? Because this is the energy for what they use to siphon energy of infants to create the war. What will help you? Well, to keep the calm. The people that are offenders, many times they were kept in such conditions that they were tortured, not allowed to go out, they're not allowed to die. And so if you kill them with no torture, you give them euthanasia. Yes, I'm talking in time of conflict, if they are still active rapists. If there are no active rapists, then probably we are in world peace. If you are not right now at war, you can still apply everything I said, and it would be even more to your benefit, because if war arrives to your area, you will be safer. Again, I don't know the chart, I don't know life and so on, but you will be safer. If a war doesn't arrive to your area, by these actions you can prevent war. I've been tending to the body-mind question and use of technology, the use of trauma to cause the extrasensory perception to trauma, the use of technology as classified technology to prevent scientific revelation of the techniques to use to torture people and create wars under budget of public money to basically depopulate the house people. I've been turning to political assassination prevention, cold cases, missing people. All this in the past 10 years. The latter in the past 5 years. And these are the things that I found very important. These are not ideological questions, these are not even moral questions, these are economicity of energy questions. There's a reason why it's like that, and that is energy. I don't argue with the universe. The people that want to rape and enslave, they teach the things upside down. They teach that the rapist is winner and the raped is loser. And their goal is to create extortion cult so that people will do the wrong things for them and then be held accountable for the wrong things that they did by the very people that convinced them to do the wrong things without having any access to love, to choice, to sense of self, to self-value. That's the big drama. But you say Khazarians, Jews, Brazilians, Vatican, I don't know, whatever name, by whatever name. That's the core of the issue. That's the core of the drama. If you get that, then you understand this thing called world wars. Life in general, but world wars. If you don't get that, you will see people win, have money, not being held accountable, do atrocities. I say, where is God? Where is justice? Where is this? Where is that? They say, these are people operating by extortion cult. You saw the Epstein list? I say, oh, but nothing is done around this list. Of course things are done. Things are done, but things are done by the people that convince them that they can get away with it. Annika Lucas, that survived child trafficking ring, she remembered Rockefeller and the Rothschild. And when she was with Rockefeller, he ran the cult that she was kidnapped too. He did not rape her. As far as she remembers, maybe she remembers something else more now because there could be dissociation. But as far as she remembers, he himself did not rape. He made other people rape and then extorted them. So now, yeah, he traded the children. He did that. Now, very likely himself was raped because that's what he chose to do. But if he had choice, I mean, if he didn't have choice, then tells us a lot about a lot of things. But basically, what he wanted to create is that his hands are clean and all the other people's hands are dirty. But he wanted to make all the other people's hands dirty. And then constantly in those cults, the people try to commit crimes to other people. Right? Identity theft, to all these things, to blame shift and so on and so forth. Those things, they only work as long as humanity rapes. Now, the people that take the revenge on the people that are the victims is very bad for them, and I will not elaborate. Again, I'm not talking about what the ritual abuse and so on and so forth. I'm talking about the people that just that take it off on person that they know that that's not the person, and I'm talking about that they know that they could, with the same rage, go against the person that is the attacker, and they would break free from the walls of the ghetto. This is important. Okay, if you're in ghetto and you attack, I don't know, you attack the victim, or if you are in the ghetto, then you attack the security guards and break the walls of the ghetto. But those that actually apply this, they are not blinded by the show that looks like power, but it's not. It's hollow. They're not tempted to think that the hospitals at the colony are better than the hospitals in the... They don't think that the water that the rich get are better water than the rich are doing experiments on one another all the time. They could get radioactive water at any time. And these are treason cults, so they don't have anybody to ensure that it's not like that. But at the same time, it's not about but in Congo, when there was colonialism, then they used Christianity and they said, thanks Shania Konda, that the poor get quicker to the kingdom of heaven. No, it's not about that. A life energy, where there's heaven of all the good in the world. Remember, who ended the Inquisition? The secular people. Another good thing to remember, be willing to challenge the notions of your own traditions, your own lineages. Like I said, today I found myself screaming, raising my voice at my mother, because she was about to scream at a woman that was raped and escaping rape. I saved my mother's life by doing that. She may felt like she's gonna get a heart attack, but her heart is healthier, stronger. Stronger than it would be if she would proceed to shout at the person that is escaping rape when we are at fucking war. Nobody knows where a missile hits. And by the way, the two missiles, they were shot in the air, but the smoke was so close. Twice. So close. Why? Because people allow for rape to be.